A question I get asked a ton on stream is, Jeff, what other games past the card games that you're playing here do you enjoy playing in your off-stream time? And today's video sponsor, Arcane Rush, is one of the answers to that question of the late. Arcane Rush, if you didn't see our video here on the channel of it last time, is an auto battler slash drafting game with just the most chill vibes that I've been enjoying a ton of. One of the really key things about this game that I find so enjoyable is that the gameplay is completely asynchronous. As someone who has kids and a lot of other responsibilities outside of work, my gaming time is often in bite-sized bits here and there. So being able to pick up Arcane Rush and play a game or two in my round and then put it down and come back to it later is an absolute godsend. It also means when you're a new player or drafting one of their races for the first time, you can absolutely take your time and read everything and make good decisions without feeling the pressure of a rope timer ticking down in the corner, making you make choices faster than you otherwise would like to. For the content of today's video, I'm going to be giving you a walkthrough on a draft I did with their Demon race, which has powerful synergies when you discard cards from your own hands, getting absolutely massive numbers. It's one of my favorite to play in Arcane Rush. If you think this is sweet and you want to check it out, be sure to use my link in the video description down below to do exactly that. For the rest of the day, have fun with some Arcane Rush gameplay. Doing a Demon, Orc, and Undead draft here with Edward Harluck. 1 coin, steal a random unit from the shop and give it +1/+1. Anytime there's 2 things in the shop you'd be happy with, this can get you one of them with a bonus and add a discount, paying 1 instead of 3. It's especially good in the early game because in your second round you'll have 4 coins, so you can buy one specific thing, and then you can also pick up a random one as well. I'm gonna try and force demons here. They're one of my favorite archetypes to draft. They can be really fun when their discard synergies come together. So you can see this unit had a mechanic called fading on it, which means it discards itself at the end of the turn, and then it gets a bonus when it comes into play discarded. None of these are particularly inspiring if we're interested in being demons. The Prankster's pretty reasonable as an early unit. I guess Devilkin is okay as well. A little greedy and just roll the upgrade on the shop. And I'm going to be a little conservative and give this 3/3 to hopefully get us a draw at least inside of combat. Definitely a little bit greedy not to buy a second unit here. The +3/+3 does get us our greedy draw, which is nice. It's always a little bit greedy to not take the what's it called right away, but also worked out there in our favor. Lustful Succubus is solid, gives 2 things +6/+6. So I'm going to hit our hero ability here. And we grab the Succubus, which is lovely. And this gives random allies 2/1. I'm going to go ahead and I can actually refresh and then buy something from the second time around, which are still misses, unfortunately. We'll grab this. I just want 2 things in play because 1, we do want to try and start winning combats, but 2, I want to have 2 units so when the Succubus spins, she has 2 things to power up. So we should hopefully have a shot at winning combat this time around with 2 things. Yep, looks good. Perfect. With 5 points here, I imagine we should be on track to finish top 4 and move on to the back part of the draft. I think I'll move in on this neutral. It gives us a little bit of extra points. So hopefully let us win. If we win 1 more round, we should hopefully be a lock for the top half of the draft. I'm just going to be a little bit greedy and aggressively roll looking for demons. I'm going to keep the Succubus there. And with 8 points there, we only need a draw at this point to guarantee our lock. Actually, I think we're a lock either way. Look for another one of these neutrals or another demon perhaps to buy. Let's see if we can spike the 1 and 3, because the Imp Imposter is one of the key demon enablers. We missed on him, but it only cost us 1, meaning we can always sell him back later. So we'll put him out. I'm going to freeze this lane. Noteworthy that if we freeze less than 3, a third one will still populate going into the next round. So we don't, like, lose value on a refresh by locking it when there's fewer than 3 remaining. Okay, with 11, we're probably at the top here, right? Yeah, so we have 4 health going into the top half. Imposter. You can take 1 refresh here and see if there's something we want to buy, and there is. I think the Jealous Punisher was one of the only things we could hit here that would make me not want to upgrade the shop this turn. So this is the key enabler for the Demon archetype. Whenever this is discarded, she gives 3 things in play, +2/+1, and then she gets a copy back to your hand, so she can just get discarded every turn. And then with Imp Imposter, he discards your lowest tier card every turn, and generally with her being 2 stars, she's going to be your lowest tier. I think I'm actually just going to buy something at random here because we haven't used this yet, because it kind of lets me just carry the coin into the next round. Although I suppose she can soak her bonuses can soak onto those now, though. Just skillfully miss the ones we're going to sell. This Orc and this bottom right one that we got at random are ones that are not going to be long for this world. They have a big honest fellow there. Can we get a draw here, or are we going to take a loss? We are going to lose a point. Yep. So that was, you always fight when you finish strongest. You fight the strongest person from the other half of the draft. So not super uncommon if your draft's only on in the more middling point that you lose that first round. Not a big deal. We have points of health to give. Take unit with the random keyword here. At worst case, that'll give us extra currency in the long run. See if we can find any lovely demons here or an upgrade for the one we already have a couple copies of. That is someone we would enjoy. Mimic. Whenever you discard a unit, gets bigger. So I'm going to sell these 2 and pick the Mimic up. When I get this scaling here with the Jealous Punisher plus the Imposter, you see our numbers start to grow each turn now. Nothing too crazy going on in this draft yet, but we're slowly getting our key enablers for the Demon archetype. Pick off one of the other weaker drafts here and push them out. And the four other person that had 4 there, predictably winning their round. And that is our upgrade to gold on there, which will let us draft a friend. Give an ally taunt. Yeah, that's probably very reasonable on our large friend here. Let's do this first and see what we get from the tier 4. Ooh, that's really good. Cerebus is another wonderful card that scales and is key in our archetype. That's lovely. She'll get discarded to make things bigger, like Cerebus. See if we can. We spiked the Succubus at random here too. That's so good. All right, well, let's give the Cerebus taunt here actually, since it's going to be growing up, and could discard all of these. These discard themselves. So there's a chance that the Imp discards the fading ones, and he didn't, so we get the maximum highest roll here. All of our numbers getting nice and chunky early on here. It's a pretty solid dwarf draft here from this opponent. Our demons are together a little bit more, though. Lovely. Got a D-bed from our random one. That's nice. Let's go ahead and grab this as one more towards golden. Honestly, our draft is going pretty well at this point, so I think I'm going to just go ahead and hit our upgrade here. Give a random ally 7/7 if it's a demon, give it 15/15 instead. That sounds lovely. We'll play this out, and then 5 out of our 6 units are demons, so pretty likely to get the 15/15. Yep. Take a reroll, and then we'll freeze here because we found the gold copy of that for next turn. Lovely.
No game.
So longer term, our Fortunate Son is going to get sold off in this draft to replace with another synergy piece, but for now, we're just keeping him because it's got a pretty solid stat line. These are the ones where you always feel like you're in a really good commanding position of the draft. This was the other top person that bumped us down our 1 point that we've lost so far. We're both getting our synergies come together in this draft, and we are winning rounds. So whenever you're doing both of those, you feel pretty good. Attack, double my damage, death, give an enemy unit curse. None of these really play into our synergies well here. We can go ahead and just grab one as a generically good unit. That worst case is going to end up selling down the line. We'll refresh here, looking for anything that can have some good synergy for us. This technically isn't gold yet, huh? Go ahead and sell this and grab this friendo and get them into play, I think. Grab one more of those and get to discover. Let's see if this person's still going to give us a run for our money. Our draft was a little bit less developed last time they beat us. Like we got him this time? Perfect. Okay, so that's like the one big question mark is, can we keep up with the person that was beating us prior? We can see here that there were 2 people that had 2 hearts. There's only 3 of us left in the draft. And because the games in this are asynchronous, you never get the bye round. So we know that we're going to be playing 4 more rounds here, assuming we're winning all of them. Blazing color, discard a unit to get 3/3. If it's going to be demon, it gets bigger instead. I think we'll pick that up. I like ones that give me more discards. Ideally, I don't want to sell anything, although I suppose we could bin the Fortunate Son at this point. Jealous Punisher is lovely. Yeah, I'm going to go ahead and bin the Fortunate Son and play this out, I think, in the corner there to go ahead and get us a discard trigger in. So that triggers all of our things. They get bonuses when a discard happens. And you can see the our friend making everything 2/1 every time she hits. Those are some scary orcs at this point. I said there were going to be 4 rounds, but if we lose, we actually are going to have more than 4 rounds, and we might be in trouble here. That is a powerful orc draft. Holy. Our demons have been okay so far. Okay, I've got two left to give. We queue into the other person here. Who this one we were pushing out pretty handily, so I don't expect that to change. So I've got some room to maneuver here. I'm going to take a couple of refreshes looking for ones that could work for us. Then I'm going to go ahead and hit the upgrade here. If you discard 8 units, get a golden demon. Give your units 10/5. I think I just need the stats. I don't know that we're going to be able to survive 8 discards into that other one there. So we hit a discard here, and I think this round we win. We've been beating Doctor's draft so far, and I don't imagine they improve enough to change that in a round. And if we win this, we can give up 1 more loss to this other one, and then we play this person again. So I'll have 2 rounds of drafting before I have to be able to beat Mushy here. We need one of the bigger demon payoffs at this point. I don't have any of the tier 5 demon payoffs. Hitting one of those would be a big deal for us. There are other things that let us discard more cards per turn. Like there we go. Discard 2 cards to get a random demon. So we're definitely buying that. And I think we're actually selling the blazing color as opposed to one of these 1-stars. If I roll another one of those 1-stars, I would like to be able to get the discover off of it. So that discards, and this is huge. It discarded, and this generates a random demon when it discards, and it generated us one that is a 5-star. So we have found. I won't be surprised if we lose this, but I'm hoping that 2 drafts from now we'll be able to beat them. If we beat them, that would be great, and we'll be in a great spot and in a good position to win the draft, but I wouldn't be surprised if we lose this round based on how the other one went, but then we get ourselves in a position to be able to beat their draft 2 drafts from now. So, we go down to 1, but now we're playing into Doctor again, which is guaranteed. That is a solid one. Discard 2 demons to give our demons 10/10. I'm going to take 1 refresh here. I might take a couple of refreshes, actually, because if I can find the last Nightcrawler, that would be great. And so that way I don't have to sell them. But if I don't find the last Nightcrawler, we're going to sell our baby Nightcrawler in order to play something else out. And now we're getting the other Gorlash. Alright, so I'm going to sell this one. And I'm going to play this out. This dork says every time you discard a unit is discarded, all your demons get 4/4, and everything we have in play is a demon. Then I'm going to go ahead and sell... So big, but I think it's the right one. It's the right one to do. We're going to sell this one. And now I'm going to play this, which discards 2 demons. And ideally, we don't lose our 5-star. We didn't. Cool. And now this was a temporary thing. I'm going to sell him immediately and put this other 5-star into play. Because now at end of turn, I'm going to discard 2 demons with this and 1 demon with this. And both of these are going to trigger 3 times. So everything's going to get 24/24. Oh, I could have hit that. I think I'm just re-rolling looking for our 5-stars at this point. Guess I could take that one. I'm going to see if we could grab it at random. And we did! What an insane high roll. Do I sell one of my smaller things to play this out and make it happen? It might be worth giving up the Cerebus, honestly. Yeah, I think I'm going to. This is a huge... With both of these other ones in play, we discard 2. And then for each one we discarded, we get, like, a bunch of buffs. And then those buffs happen, too. Do I want to freeze the guaranteed Lustful Succubus? I don't think so. But then we hit a Lustful Succubus off of that, too. Yeah, look at how quickly all these numbers scaled up here. So, again... Next round is going to be the big one, so I'm expecting to win this combat. Obviously, our draft is over if we lose. Oh, no. Oh, no, I was taking for granted that we were going to beat this person. Are we? Yeah, okay, we did. So, now, if we lose, our run is over, but our draft has improved a lot since the last time we queued into this person, and we have some rolls here. Ideally, we find another Gorlash and are able to do something with that. That's a Hellspawn Vanguard. Do I want... Now, the question is, do I want to give up something I have in play to make that happen? I could just sell this one, which I think is worthwhile. Because this powers up everything else. Looking for a Gorlash or other things that discard for me at this point. There's the Gorlash. Sell this one. Hit it. That is a large Mamma Jamma. Can we discover a demon here? Is what we're looking for. Oh, Gorgonzola is the biggest payoff in this archetype. If this isn't enough to bring it all together and bring it home, nothing will be. We're putting all the units into play. We're not going to be greedy. I'm going to freeze this so we can have a guaranteed Hellspawn Vanguard if we win this round. But gosh, even if we lose this draft, these units that we have are honestly going to be pretty good into the arena, I think, because our numbers are so big. She's going to trigger here at the start of the round. Kickstart, everybody gets 56. Assuredly, this is enough to beat these orcs, right? Just so scary. That rage where they can never die when they're attacking. I think this draft swung to a point that's going to be really good for us. Our numbers are all very large. The best part here is, because we lost some of these rounds, we actually get to play one more here and make our numbers even bigger. Our arena run with this build is going to be sick. I would love to buy this. See if we can find any other upgrades here. Another Imp Imposter might honestly be okay. Yeah, I'm gonna sell this, and I'm gonna go ahead and play this out and discard 2, make everybody bigger. And then I think I'm just buying this so we can get another discard off of it. That is another Gorgonzola. Well, that's the play then. 2 Gorgons is absolutely nutty. I guess I can refresh this here because we could technically buy one more. But I'm just not doing anything with it, right? I don't think we do better than a second Gorgonzola here. And I think at the end, I'm going to go ahead and play and sell these other ones just so we're guaranteed to discard our ones at the end here that give us the bonus. All right, and run it. And now both of these trigger, and we should get over 100 stats on everything with this kickstart. Yeah, just plus 66 twice. This was a sweet draft. We went from being down a couple to all of our synergies really coming together clutch in the end. Good night, just not even close. I would say easy first place, but we went down to 1. It was hard fought. Now what should be easy is a couple of arena matches with this after the fact. None of these look that scary. I would love to challenge this one. Let's load our giant demon friends up here and crunch on through, huh? Casual 400 plus on multiple units. Books are getting bigger, but they're not big enough. It attacked a lot. It was just not quite big enough to cut through all of our stuff. Ooh, is it? No, okay. I feel like once we clear that one, we should be good to go here, right? I feel like maybe the pride was about to come before the fall there as it kept crunching through our things. I'd like to battle again. Those are some big dwarf numbers. I'm going to challenge it just to see if our demons can do it. Normally, I'd skip someone who has a defense this good when we have other weaker people to attack, but for the sake of showing off, let's crunch them. Hopefully. I think this is actually the best demon draft I've ever had. Sweet. Hope you had fun. I did.